Hi guys, how are you? Vanessa here, and welcome back to your Constant Closer dashboard. Today I'm going to teach you how to create your own AI sales agent using Constant Closer. So it's a very quick process to do. You just have to click on here on your agents tab. And as you can see here, I have several inactive agents, but you can always create a new one depending on the plan that you have with Constant Closer. So in this case, I'm going to create a new one just to show you a quick example. We have to fill the following form out. So let's start with giving this agent a name. In this case, I'm going to call it Manto. That's my dog's name, by the way. Spoiler, but it's just for testing purposes. And then I'm going to have him be a he. You have to select the role type for this specific agent. If it's a closer, qualifier, prospector, or engager, depending on what you want the agent's role to have. In this case, I'm going to click closer, and I want this agent to be friendly. But you can also have an agent that's direct or an agent that's bold, depending on your goals. Now, this is an optional process of the form. You're able to give the agent a signature in case you want it to have a signature. If you want the agent to avoid specific situations, for example, specific topics, or you don't want the agent to, if someone asks if it's an AI agent and you don't want him to spoil that, you can also add that here. And you can also add cases that the agent will need to escalate or have human support. So for example, refunds or anything that needs to be done by a human, please fill out this space and the specific situations. And also any training data that you want the agent to have. So for example, the services, your company information, any specific little details that you really need the agent to learn, please make sure to fill it out, because the more information you give the agent, the more knowledgeable he becomes. Think of it as a human. So it's very important to fill this out. At least that's what we suggest. Once you fill everything out, you have to click on create an agent. As you can see, the assistant Manto has successfully been created. The only thing that we will be missing for Manto is to connect his Gmail inbox with Constant Closer. So we're going to run a quick test on this so I can show you. In this case, you have to add the email address for this agent. This is just for testing purposes, so that's why you're seeing my a test email address. And then you have to add here the Google app password. You can always click here on this link to have instructions on how to create your app password, but it's very simple. You just have to go to your Google settings, to security, and under the two-step verification process, make sure that it's enabled. Once you're there, there's an option that lets you generate the app password. So if you don't know how, please just click here and you'll see the clear instructions, but it's a very simple process to follow. And then you have to hit here, test and connect. Once you add the email address and the app password, just click on this button, click OK, and voila, the inbox setup for Manto completed successfully. So everything's good on this agent. You just have to make sure the agent is active or inactive, depending if you will be using it for an upcoming campaign, or if you want to deactivate the agent, that's totally fine. But let's leave the agent as active and save changes. So as you can see here, I have my agents and Manto, which is active. And that's it, guys. That's the whole process to creating an agent. Make sure you fill out the form, make sure you have the app passwords and the inbox connected, and that's it. Thank you. Bye.